specialty field here?
I am basically a radiologist. But currently working on regulations. Food regulations.
I am Sagar Mehra, Director Dairy Development in Department of DADF. I welcome all of you to the meeting. Now everybody can introduce themselves and we can start the proceedings.
I am Lata Siddiqui from, I am a Principal Scientist in the Dairy Technology Division of National Dairy Research Institute.
Sumit Arora, Principal Scientist, Dairy Chemistry Division, India.
T.K. Mohanty, Principal Scientist, Director of Production Management Division, DRA.
I'm Dr. Shiv Prasad. I'm in charge of National Production Management and Special.
I am Sunil Bakshi from NDDB.
I'm Jaswant Singh Bande. I'm Mission Director, International Mission. But before immigrating to Canada, I've been dairy industry in India for 40 years in different positions. I'll share what I've been doing.
Naresh Kumar Yadav, Senior Technical Assistant, Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries.
Deputy Secretary from Animal Husbandry Department.
Technical President, Department of
Can we start? First of all, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Government of India, now working under dynamic leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji, dynamic leader of our country, and I'm not sure that now things will change for the good of the people, because I have been communicating with the Government of India for the last 2 years on this subject. And before I start my presentation, I would like to share with you that NDRA is my Gurukul. NDDB has the opportunity to work with Madam Patel and Dr. Kurian while working for Milkfed Punjab, and for some time I was in Rajasthan for the rehabilitation plan that we implemented for Rajasthan as additional MD. And then I was president of Milk Specialty Joint Venture with PSIDC. Then I immigrated to Canada, and after immigrating to Canada, I got in touch with NDRA graduates from India settled in USA and Canada, especially the Cornell University. And then we decided to NRA mission, voluntary organization, and we are interested that ultimately India should compete well in the global market. And now we are number 1 milk producing country, and we should try to become number 1 milk exporting country. When I immigrated to Canada in '98, I was a little pessimistic. I thought maybe they are 100 years ahead of us. But when I studied their systems and everything in detail, of course, technologically or processing and quality control, of course, they are unmatchable, because earlier they used to sell pasteurized milk with 15-day shelf life, and now there are many milk plants in Canada. I visited a plant, Beatles Food in Parmalat, Canada company, and now they have 21-day shelf life. And in USA also there are some plants that are selling pasteurized milk with 21-day shelf life. But when I looked at the basic raw material they are processing, then I became very optimistic that the milk that they produce, there are 2 types of, maybe many of you will be aware of that, there is 2 types of milk being sold in USA and Canada. One is conventional milk, which is about $1 a liter, and another is $3 a liter. And that milk is called organic milk, as you all know. But that organic milk, when I checked out what is organic milk, I was not very familiar with that. And when they told me this is the specification for organic milk, I said 20-30 years before, Punjab, Haryana, all this North India, we had this milk which we were paying 3 times the price. So that made us optimistic. We had a meeting in Dallas, Texas, I had some NDRA friends. In Cornell University, there was S.K. Sharma, he sent from NDRA. And they had a website at that time. 90 of them were connected with each other. I discussed everything with them that if God has been kind with us, our children, they are doing well here and they are all well settled. So let's do something for our platform. Knowing their strengths and weaknesses, let us do something good for our country. And then we organized this international mission. It was started by a handful of dairy professionals. 90% of them, they are from Karnal, NDRA Karnal. And then they said we will contribute financially and otherwise. I said no funded. Our mission is unique in a sense. It is working for last 16 years, but we have not taken even a penny as donation from anyone. And this mission, then you say, how are we working financially? I told them that we are not going to accept any donation, financial contribution. We need only your knowledge contribution, which you should tell us how they are making pasturage milk with the 21-day shelf life. You share the information, knowledge, and I will be a coordinator, and we will convert this into a system which can easily be applicable in India. And from there we made a humble beginning. But when we initiated this mission, some of the people thought it is some political agenda of somebody, or they thought the objectives are so big and so wide that it will need millions of dollars for implementation. But then I told them that it is only going to be that we will generate money without consulting assignments and manage the institution skillfully, that expenditure is kept at the lowest level. And now I will share with you this presentation. Please forgive me because I passed out from Karnal. I attended third batch of dairy engineering from Karnal in '64. And my first assignment after passing out was dairy engineer at Chandigarh Milk Plant. Then I've been working for a number of assignments as MD of Milk Union Ludhiana, MD Milk Union Roper, and then I was president of a public limited company before immigration to Canada. And during this period, in 40 years of my interaction with dairy business here in India, I found that we are lacking on only one thing. Before I proceed, I would like to confirm from you whether I am right or wrong. Our problem is not where we are looking at the problem. Problem is only the raw milk quality. I think you will vote for that from microbiology division, or the people who from the chemistry division. So what we see that the problem with the dairy business here is that whatever raw milk is reaching our dairy plants, sorry my statement on this, I say it is absolutely unfit for human consumption. And I repeat this, because when milk is collected in number of places, village, 100 people in one village or 50 people, now somebody brings 1 liter or 2 liter milk, it is impossible to see that a 1 liter milk contains how much buffalo milk, how much cow milk, and how much water. That is the primary concern. Because if we do not know, if we are not able to analyze this, NDRA maybe 20 years ago they worked on it and they evolved Hansa test. Am I right?
Yes.
So you evolved Hansa test which will distinguish between cow milk and buffalo milk. So cow milk and buffalo milk being of different ratio, SNF fat ratio is very much different, and so is the price for per kg milk. But when you mix the two and add some water into that, further research was not done because I had an interaction meeting with Dr. Patel. I think he has left for USA. On board?
Yes,
He is on for USA. So I said whether you could specify how much cow milk is there in the mixed milk. He said no. Now that is a chronic problem which everyone in India, whether it's a multinational company or it is a private company or anything. Now here I would like to know from you, am I saying the truth or am I right, or you may correct me if I'm wrong.
But why do you consider it as adulteration?
Yes, I will tell you. I'm not saying mixing buffalo milk with cow milk is adulteration. No, it is not adulteration. There is no loss. There is no loss to the buyer and there is no loss to the seller. If he is mixing only buffalo milk with cow milk and passing on that to the customer, there is no problem, because we are purchasing milk on 2x basis, 60-40 or whatever you decide. If you decide it is 2/3, 1/3 or whatever we decide. Once we decide that, if buffalo milk is mixed with any proportion, the CLR will not be less than 29, because the CLR of standard buffalo milk, whole milk, is 6.5 fat and 8.84 if you see the formula. At 8.84 it will exactly tell you with 29, and cow milk it will tell you with 3.5, 8.5, 30. So if you are mixing CLR 30 with 29, the mixed milk will always be in between the two. But I'm sorry, even the Milkfed Punjab, where I spent 25 years as MD of different unions, they are purchasing milk even with 20 CLR, 18 CLR, and one of the presentation I made in Milkfed head office, Jalandhar MD told me that if I came with 20 liters of milk and the CLR was 18, and he said we need milk, so let's take it. So I said 18 means 29 divided by 18, you see how much water is there. So that issue I'll touch later. So this was one issue which we thought that we have to find a solution with our collective wisdom. Once we solve this tangle with the help of Government of India, of course we need their intervention, because whatever has been going on last 60 years, it has been really not good for the dairy business people, whether they are multinational or they are private or government. So that solution we have been working. Now I am not here only to pose problem, because I am not you see elite group of scientists and professionals. I am nothing before you. I am an ordinary dairy professional who has 40 years experience of mishandling milk and mishandling dairy business in India. So now today what I am presenting is not my information knowledge. I will be giving solutions for all these problems which are coming as bottlenecks or problems before us to become globally competitive and start exporting our liquid milk as well. So whatever information knowledge I share, I have now a technical support from our mission, where our core group of our dairy professionals who are supporting our mission, they love their motherland. They are willing to share any information technology which will cost you billions of rupees if you seek their collaboration. And they have passed on free of cost to me, and I am here to pass on free of cost to you, so that it percolates down the line and we are able to compete with them. So some of them have been working on these issues, and one of our core group to whom we assigned this problem, he was in close collaboration with me. We have evolved a software solution for this problem. I'll be sharing that with you. If buffalo milk is mixed with cow milk and some water is also added into that, we will be able to analyze the milk and we will pinpoint what is the loss to the purchaser and what is the gain to the seller. So that is one breakthrough we have made. And secondly, the other problems which we are facing in India, we will be discussing while I make this presentation, and we have found solutions for them also. So I will just request you that please state that it is not dishonest as an engineer or the person who has 40 years of experience of mishandling milk and dairy business in India. That whatever I am today presenting before you is not my information knowledge. This is a donation from the volunteers who are getting billions of dollars, millions as salary with them, but they are off the record passing on this information, which I will share with you, and I hope this will help our country. We had a meeting in Dallas, Texas, and we decided to keep these dream goals before ourselves. We assume that we have to increase the purchase price being paid to milk producer by 5 rupees, reduce the price being charged from consumer for pasteurized milk by 5 rupees, and we'll increase the productivity and profitability of dairy business and about 5 rupees from the prevalent level. Now I have a question to ask all of you. What do you think? Is it possible? Is it possible? Say yes or no. Please don't hesitate. Say yes or no. Let's start from no and we'll convert that no into yes.
This can only be done if
Okay, no.
Yeah.
First you say yes or no, and it's my job that we will proceed further. You say, I'm going to gain a lot of from this group, which will help our mission activities and to realize this dream. You assume that we are it's a dream and we are going to realize it. Is it possible? What do you think is possible? Okay, fine. How about you? Impossible? Difficult? Madam?
Not at the moment. Not possible at the moment.
He says impossible.
Not impossible, not at the moment.
Nearly impossible. I'll say nearly impossible. So how about you, sir?
Can happen only by some magic only.
It's a magic. So that's what maybe because what you dream in the night is a night dream. But if you dream in the day, it's a daydream of our mission. This is a daydream. This is not a dream in the. It's not a sapna not to be realized. It's a daydream and it will come true before we leave this room. I think there is no time constraint. If you keep that in touch,
See,
say no time constraint. I will. Before we leave, I will convince you.
Parliament is on, we have to answer some star questions. See, my two officers joined, but they have some parliament questions. So please keep a time frame so that.
You tell me.
I think
How much time do you think? But please, before saying that, this is the last opportunity because I have decided to leave this country for good. I am going to go back to Canada and live there. I relinquish my citizen residency for this purpose. And if today I don't get time, you don't have time.
How
to
much
listen.
time you want?
I want at least minimum 1 and a half.
1?
1 or 1.5 hours. But if you want to finish it in 5 minutes, I can do that.
I have to leave, but I will request my officers.
Yes, if those of you who want to see that this dream, and if I am not able to prove that this is a daydream, it can be realized, I'll give you proof. I'll demonstrate, live demonstration. If I don't give, then I think you can say that I wasted your time. But otherwise, please bear with me. If you can be here for 1 hour, then that 1 hour will be a meaningful thing for this country. And our NRE forum is going to seek interview with Mr. Modi. I have already talked to 2 MPs in Canada. We are going to bring a delegation from Canada to meet the Prime Minister. And if you say there is no time, then I think I'll postpone this meeting. I'll fix it again.
Actually, it is not like that. Some parliamentary questions are there.
Oh.
That's why we.
But if you are very busy, no, I know that is more important.
Actually, no problem.
Parliament,
No,
but
That's
see,
only
more
important than what I have
only
done.
question is that if you are in a position to finish it within 45 minutes or so,
Okay.
I think
Because
45
we
minutes
have
is sufficient.
invited you to
Okay,
benefit of your knowledge.
That is the only problem.
I will try, otherwise
Yeah.
you will
It's
exclude
all right.
me and
No, no.
whatever question and question answer we can have on internet or.
Yes, that-
Okay, no
I
problem.
just only
It's
present
all
the
right.
fact
Then
that
you can just carry
more
on.
issues.
Yeah. No.
Okay, fine. So this is a dream and for us it is 100% realizable and within this 5 years, next 5 years it is realizable. I'll just rush through, I'll not take one by one, I'll just go like that. What are the dream benefits? It's going to benefit millions of dairy farmer families if they start getting 5 rupees more.
I think this all we know what benefits will come. Why don't you come to the crux of your
Okay,
presentation?
okay. But you have given me 45 minutes, please don't make it 5 minutes.
I think this is
So
very
if you
good
allow
knowledge.
me, because I have my own way of presenting
These are well-read people
myself,
in the
and if you know everything is known to you, then I think I can give all this. Then you can ask questions if you have it.
No, I think, this generalized information, I think.
If you say it is a
Ask
general
actually.
information, fine. I say this is what I say, these are the benefits, and all of you, since all of you know this, so I need not stress on that. Now, these are the 4 issues. Here I am going to stay.
Yeah.
I am going to stay and I want to ask you, each one of you, because tomorrow Prime Minister is going to ask you whether what you said is based on your information knowledge or you just said it for the sake of saying it. Now these 3 things are chronic problems of Indian dairy businesses for the last 60 years, and it is such a big scam that the hidden loss to the seller and the people in dairy business amounts to all the scams together. This is the amount coming out of this. How to procure buffalo cow milk without any intermixing, adulteration, dilution or manipulation. Is this problem genuine problem or it is not a problem? Is it a problem?
Intermixing is
Intermixing. Yes, that is the reason. 5 rupees before the milk reaches the plant is taken out, siphoned out. And that I am going to explain if you have time to understand. How about you, sir? How about you, sir?
It's a problem.
It's a problem. How about you, madam? How about you, sir? It is a problem.
No, generalize it is problem.
Hey,
Agree.
If it is a
Yeah,
general
it is
problem, I say 90% of cooperatives, I've worked for 40 years with cooperatives. I've worked with Dr. Puri and Dr. Patel. I know. And what I'm saying is that this problem is the reason for 90% units which are in loss. And once we solve this, the problem is solved once for all. And second is how to eliminate our middleman from the value chain. Is this a problem or it is not a problem?
It is a problem. Especially this is beverage sector.
And third is how to procure processed and packed market or absolutely pure pasteurized buffalo cow milk meeting with international quality requirements having shelf life of 2 to 3 weeks. Now worldwide, if you go to any country, the pasteurized milk sold has shelf life of 2 to 3 weeks. In Canada, USA, now there are companies, Parmalat Canada, Brampton, they have a milk plant in Brampton, and NDRA graduate. They're